Hey guys, Jimmy, and today on Roblox we're playing some more Loomian Legacy, as you can see on the screen right now. And so today we're going over the two rats that are basically forgotten right now, to be honest, because also Eclipse is a thing. Eclipse is super good, but I've got two new ones. I got Luxor and Umbra. I was going to do separate videos for all of them, but I think I'm just going to do both of them in one video. I think it really makes sense. I'm actually going to bring both of them actually for this team. Not exactly like the greatest thing in the world, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see. I'm not exactly too sure how this is going to work, but I'll bring this. The Borok looks pretty good, so I'm just going to bring it, I think. And I kind of want to bring the Tata, but I need something to kill this, which I have this, I guess. What else do I bring? I guess I'll bring this for the, Actually, no. I think Luminam is better here in general. Yeah, I'll lead off with a Borok, though. So then, let's talk about the rats. So basically, they are the fallen kings or queens of the first meta. And that's not exactly harsh, to be honest. When the game first came out, they were some of the best things. Most teams consisted of starters, Umbret, and Luxor, and Terrafly. I think honestly that was it. I don't think there was like really anything else that was really worth running, because Luxor got Raging Howl, Umbra got Raging Tackle, and their secret abilities made them a dark type, solo stab, and they also got like a 20% boost. They hit very hard, especially for like the early meta. Only starters could really like tank their hits, and Florent could like tank, I guess, Luxor, but don't really use Luxor because Himber was on quite a lot of teams with Icicle Traps, and only Serenite could really get rid of them, but Serenite was on a lot of teams as well, which could tank Luxor fairly well, I think. Actually, I don't think Metal resisted Blight then, did it? It's only recently. I probably want to swap out here, unfortunately. This is not good for me. I'm just going to go into Illuminami. So then, also, actually forgot to mention, if you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, man. I do Loomian Legacy content almost every day. Basically, I do it every day, okay? And if you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like. And also, let me know in the comments down below, what Loomian do you want me to go over next? Also, since the Mastery Update came out, I've been going over every Loomian again for the PvP meta. Like, hey, you might want to use like this set now, or hey, you might want to use you might not want to use it because it's not really that good. Maybe use something else. So that's basically where it is for the Umbra and Luxor. We don't really use them. Eclipse is just better as a light type and a dark type because they can also, it's immune to all the sim types. It's immune to dark and light, which is great. It absorbs them and increases its speed, which is absolutely fantastic for it. And it's also immune to spirit because it's a light type as well. So yeah, really good. So I mean, there's not really like much to really say about them. They also did get a nerf, I guess. Like, if you actually don't know, their abilities were 20%. With the Mastery Update and also having access to two personalities, we thought it might be a little bit too broken, so we nerfed them. I believe they have gotten a buffed, I think they got buffed back actually not too long ago. I gotta actually look at battle changes. Did I change it back? I don't think I changed it back yet. Okay, it looks like I haven't changed it back yet, but it will be coming out soon, that they will get their reverted stats back, so this will now hit for 20% whenever the update comes out. So pretty good for them, but also it's not really going to make them usable, like I said. Also with Luxor right now being one of the in the worst situations because it just can't really do anything, I'm going to go into Borok here. Just for the fact that Luxor now is even before the Mastery Update, Umbra, I would say most people considered Umbra to be the worst of the rats. But now with the Mastery Update, Luxor is actually the worst of the rats because now it can't actually hit plant types. It actually, something has an immunity against it. And since all of its types, all of its moves that it uses are now light type, you can't really do anything about it. Because also, it runs Luminous Raw, Raging Camel, which is a light type, and sometimes people run Quick Pounce, which is kind of eh. Actually, you could run Luminous Raw, actually. I could swap out Raging Camel for Luminous Raw. It depends if you want it to hit super hard, but take... It depends if you want it to nuke and take a lot of recoil, or just like fairly hit hard, really. So it's up to you, but I'm going to try Raging Howl. I might try Luminous Raw if these actually become good again. So anyway, here's the Luxor set if you are interested. Also Dice Burst and Scapegoat. I'm running a health amulet right now. This is actually a competitive battle because none of my other Illumians have health amulets, so I slapped it on it for the Scapegoat. Also for training, max out the speed, max out the range attack, 4 energy rule, and also just the rest into the health. And I'm going to quickly make a move, and then I'll talk about... I'll just make a jump because Tatab could come out. And for the Umbra right now, I'm basically running the exact same sets. Or actually goes into the Himber, makes sense. Tanks it pretty well, but yeah. Umbra, running basically the exact same set. I'm running Dark Essence, also Nimble and Brawny. Looks towards Nimble and Smart. Gloomfangs, Raging Tackle, Quick Pounce and Sharpen. You could run Scapegoat if you really want to, it's up to you. And again, 200, 200, 96, and 4. Probably need to max out these, but again, I'm not really going to shard these guys right now because they're not really that good. But I wanted to use them both because I want to talk about something that I have planned for whenever the update does come out. So I've got a huge list of changes, so if I do a Loomian that I have plans for, I'll mention it as well for the future, try and get some more feedback, see what everyone thinks. I'm going to go back into Loomian Army, why wouldn't I? So yeah, so the changes that I have for them. Their abilities are going to get buffed back to their original states, but that enough I don't think is going to really make them usable. Also, Eclipse, just like the one that you want to use. Everyone uses the Eclipse because it's super good. It's immune to 3 things, and 2 of those immunities grant it a speed boost, which also then can basically outspeed the entire game's Loomians. It's great. Really, really great. Also, it can be beaten, but I mean, so can everything, so who cares, right? So the plan that I have for these then is that their ability... I'm not really too sure I'm going to make it their abilities or Gloomfangs and Luminous Roar yet. I haven't really decided that, but right now on written down, I wrote it as their secret abilities. So their secret abilities will also allow them to bypass Eclipse's secret ability. So, for example, if I have a Luxor on the field and they have a Eclipse, my Luxor can hit that Eclipse with light type move, so it completely bypasses it, and the Eclipse doesn't absorb it. I think that's going to be a pretty darn decent buff. Again, it's just for the Eclipse though, so I mean, it is pretty good in that specific situation. It's not really going to hit it super effective, but you can hit it for neutral damage. But that's still a pretty good one because that means Eclipse can't swap into it. Also, because like I said, Umbra only really runs dark type moves because all of its normal type moves become dark, and also both of the rats only have dark or light depending on which one you use, and only typeless moves. So basically all the moves are dark or light. So they're completely infinitely walled by Eclipse. They can't do anything to them unless you don't run the secret abilities, but then you're losing a lot of damage. So I think this ability will make pretty good sense. Especially since they're in the family line, right? So I mean, or the same evolution line. So I think it makes sense really to do that. So that is what I'm gonna do, and I guess we'll actually see just how greatly I probably want to stay in here. So I'm just gonna go for the maroon again. Peace of mind. Okay, that's kind of scary. Kind of scary. I don't know if I have anything to outspeed you though as a Nullerite shoe. Rune, I'm gonna drain a little bit of energy from you. I could probably just take 1 hit, but I might as well just go into the Obsidian. I think he's gonna Flabbergas, but I just want to go into Obsidian, Mega Chomp, that's basically it. Gotta be careful though, because I'm using Umbra and Luxor on the same team. They're not that good to use one of them. Never mind both of them on the same team. But this team didn't look that bad, to be honest. They don't look that bad. I'll just Mega Chomp. He has very low melee defense, unless it's actually Idio and not Temper, because I haven't taken it below half health yet, which is great. So yeah. That's the idea that I have planned for them is though, just that an extra benefit for their secret abilities, they get to bypass Eclipse's secret ability. I think that's a pretty good buff, because then they'll be the only light and dark type Loomians that can bypass them, which I think is a pretty good buff. I can't exactly say that I can do more than that for them to bypass more abilities. I think that's good enough for their abilities wise. Let's talk about some moves then that I want to give them in future. So let's talk about Luxor first. Luxor, I've been getting quite a lot of suggestions saying Fire Breath would be a pretty good move for it, and I agree. I have it planned that Fire Breath will probably be one of its last level up moves. Unfortunately, yes, one of its last level up moves. Nothing too soon. I don't think it's really fair to give it Fire Breath this early on, especially since it has Raging Howl. So I'm going to leave it for a little bit, and eventually it will get Fire Breath as a level up move and not as a rally move. Because like I said, right now in the game, right now, for example, I don't know, what's a good one? Vesperatu, for example, gets Slapdown and Phantom Slash and Mega Chomp. Well, I'll take up Mega Chomp, but Slapdown and Phantom Slash as rally moves. The only reason I gave it to them as rally moves, or Vesperatu as rally moves, is because I'm just gonna stay in an Earthquake, why not? The only reason why I gave them it right now, this early on, is because Vesperatu was just kind of trash. It didn't really run anything, it was just stall it, and it didn't really work that well, it's just better stalls. So I decided to give it as rally moves. I hit myself, are you kidding me, man? That sucks. That sucks a lot. Well, into a Bork, I guess. So I thought I'd give it that. But the bad news is that Vesperatu will get those moves in the level up. So, I mean, some of them are going to overlap with me doing this, which is why I don't really want to do it too much. So, yeah, I'm probably not going to do it to the Luxor and the Umbrats. So, there's that. I wanted to quickly mention that. So, I think Fire Breath is a really good move to give it. Again, it can then hit the plant types that is completely immune to it. Actually, that crit was huge. And the best part is, I don't think it's going to be too good, because also there's a lot of Loomians that have combustible, that can also like swap into it. And some of the plant types, honestly, like for example, Chartiki is a fire type. So it can tank a Fire Breath most likely. And then we have Gastroke, very good range defense and health. It's going to tank Fire Breath pretty well from a Luxor. So there plant types like aren't completely defeated by them. Some of them potentially, yeah. But a lot of the plant types right now in the metagame are actually like fairly tanky. And some of them just outspeed them, like for example Tata. It just outspeeds Luxor and can just like probably jungle jutsu it and it'll probably KO it or flinch it most likely. So there's that. For Umbretlo, it's a little bit weird. I haven't really like got any too specific moves that I want to give it right now. Some people suggested something like Curse or I don't know, like what's the other one? Curse, what's the other attack and defense one? Just gonna click. I haven't even used the rats yet, by the way. I just realized, okay, opposite, you're gonna go down. I want to use my Umbret, man. The entire purpose of this video is to use them. And I just never can get them into the battle, man, because it's like terrible to bring them in now. So, what is it called? What's the attack one, defense one? It's got, I can't remember what it's called. Also, it's got a name. There's Curse and there is Bulk Up. That's what it is. I think one of those two would be like pretty decent on Umbra. Not exactly too sure what I'm gonna do for it yet. I could like change some ideas, but I think that'll be pretty good for Umbra because then it can actually like utilize a Bulk Up and Scapegoat, and then Gloomfangs also like prevents the light type moves on other Loomians. So I think that'll be like pretty decent for Umbra. Not really too sure. People want me to like give it Parasitize. I'm not sure about Parasitize on an Umbra, to be honest. It sounds interesting, but I'm not sure. I don't know if I really want to give it. I don't even know why people want Parasitize. I don't exactly know what that will let it hit. I think actually the only reason why people want Parasitize is to hit other dark types and maybe to Eclipse, which for Eclipse it can bypass its ability anyway. And actually, I forgot to mention it actually, with the fact that Luxor and Umbra can bypass Eclipse with their secret abilities in the future, if you actually Luminous Raw or Gloomfangs to Eclipse, technically it should lock its Gloomness Raw. So Gloomness Raw should like get I don't know, like locked for like a couple of turns. Like it says here, it prevents them from using dark type moves for 2 turns. Gloomness Raw is a dark and a light type, so technically both of them should lock Gloomness Raw. In theory, I'm not exactly too sure, but it should. So it's actually like also an added benefit. So Eclipse might like tank a little bit in the next update, like it might drop a few tiers, but I don't think it really should matter because it's only like 2 instances, and I can't really see people really running Umbra and Luxor just because they can go through to Eclipse now. I mean, it might boost, it's going to boost Luxor's and Umbra's usage a little bit, but it's not going to like improve them like overall drastically. Just like kind of cool, I guess, if you have one and you want to like do some memes, I guess, on this Eclipse, it gives you the option to, I guess, but it's basically it. So there's that, there's Umbra and Luxor. I definitely think it is going to be interesting to do that. Again, future moves, I definitely want to, like, for Eclipse, for example, I want to give Eclipse more pure light and dark type moves, because right now it only has a Luminous Raw, so it can't exactly hit anything super hard. And the Circadian one kind of sucks. But on the Circadian one, which I think is going to be pretty interesting as well, is that once they actually do give to Eclipse pure dark and light type moves, on this, people can't like just dodge spam you to get you to the other types. So for example, if you're running Circadian to Eclipse, if you want to be a dark type against a plant type, the opponent can just dodge, and now you are a light type. And then also your Luminous Roar is now a pure light type, not dark, so you can't actually hit the plant types. So also then you go to dodge to get back to dark, but then they can dodge to get you back to light. So if they dodge, so now instead of a dark type you're a light type, then the next turn, like for example, you could click Dark Surge as an example as a dark type move, and then you can still hit the plant type for super effective damage, but it's just not stab anymore. I think that's definitely going to be a pretty decent move for it. I'm just going to Raging Howl, why not? So yeah, actually just outspeed, he doesn't go for a priority move, which is great. So yeah, I think that's actually going to be pretty good for those. I'm going to do another battle as well, because I didn't really show them off too much, but we'll try it. I want to do Obsidian, honestly. I can use the looks up for Obsidian. Just got to watch out for stuff. Anyway, I'll hop into another battle. My phone's going off. Okay, then let's try this again. We just battled someone and he just left. Nice. So then, here's another team. Ooh, Ragoon. I've got a spice one, okay. When I use Ragoon in the video, we're going to talk about Ragoon a little bit. I've got like a pretty good like big buff for it that I have in mind. It's not really a buff, it's a change that I want to do, but it buffs it pretty well. Anyway, no Obsidian again. Dang, people really don't like using Obsidian, but these two are going to destroy this guy's team. Also Ragoon, I gotta respect it, man. Gotta respect it when people use underrated Loomians. I mean, you really gotta, because they're not good. So you gotta respect it. Bark looks too good not to bring. I might as well bring the Kizuna, and I might as well bring the Tatab, honestly. I think I'm just gonna lead off with the Kizuna again. Oh wait, no, you guys didn't see the last battle because he left. I'm just gonna delete that file. So then, Kizuna actually, since we have it on the field, and we'll talk about it a little bit as well. I'm gonna talk about it because I've already used Kizuna and Dusk in a video. I mean, I might do another separate video for Kizuna, but I've already like talked about it. But basically, I've got a new Kizuna as well now. Also, it is it's speed, range attack, and health. And yeah, I still have my other one, but it's not really good. And I realized that I had a pure nimble one that is like very good UPs wise, like all around. So I might as well use it, right? So I TP trained at the same time I got the rats because it's basically run the exact same sets. Also the same movesets I run. I want to talk about Kizuna really quickly because also for like signature moves, the entire reason for signature moves is to hopefully be good. For example, Muckbuck. You're not going to use Muckbuck on a Borok because it has Earthquake, and Earthquake is better. The only problem is, though, I got the burn, that's perfect, I love that. The only problem, though, is I could just click Thunderstrike and destroy this Luminarmy, and it's so worth it. But he's going to swap out into, he's definitely swapping out into the Sedimaz. So yeah, I mean, that was pretty obvious, but, I mean, I got a burn on the thing, so it doesn't really matter. Plus, again, Ikazuna has so much energy. So then, what I want to do for Ikazuna, because like I said, I'm having it, I got a new one, might as well talk about it. I want to change, since also it runs Thunder Strike, I want to change its signature move, which is Electro Burst. So right now it has, I think it has like a 5% chance to burn and a 5% chance to paralyze, or 10% for both of them, I'm not too sure. I want to increase that a little bit, I think maybe to 15%, one for one and 15% for the other. I think that'd be pretty decent. And also, I want to allow it to hit both targets rather than just one. Thunderstrike is a single-use target, so for example, if there's two Sedimazes on the field, I can only choose one of them, I can't hit both. Also, if Sedimaz is a terrible option because, example, because it's immune to it, so whatever. I'm just going to click Flash and Flee here, though. So yeah, but that's what I want to do for Electro Burst. I might increase the damage or accuracy, I'm not really too sure yet, but I thought I'd mention it. And Flash and Flee, I want to emphasize this, okay? I am going to buff that as well. Raging Tackle, that's smart. It's got a bit of recoil though. I basically can just click like Bushwhack here. What's he got for this? I don't know, so I'm just going to click it, I think. Yeah, I mean, I basically just click it. What's he going to swap into? Zulong? Okay, that's actually smart. I kind of forgot he had that. So yeah, Flash and Flee low. I'm going to buff the energy, which means I'm going to reduce the energy cost for it. Kizuna could come out here, to be honest, and I can just click Flash and Flee again, which I think is fine. Or actually, Luxor as well could potentially tank a E-Burst, and then I just click a good light type move. So yeah, I want to nerf, I keep saying nerf because it's like reducing something, it's not. I'm reducing the energy, but it's technically a buff because it's better to use it. So right now it's 50, I want to like reduce it to somewhere about like 35-ish, not like solid on a number yet. I don't really want to increase the damage, maybe to 50, that's like the max I want to do. I want to emphasize this, okay? I don't want Flash and Flee to be something like a Volt Switch or U-Turn. I don't want you to emphasize, I want to emphasize this, okay? That it's not to deal damage, it's to swap out and like chip and like basically scout. Like if you predict a swap, you can Flash and Flee and scout. That's basically the idea that I want Flash and Flee to do. It's to be like a scouting move that does stuff like that. I'm swapping out to Lux, what am I doing? So that is what I want it to do basically. I want it to be like something you scout with, not something that does a lot of damage. For example, if we get like Choice Scarf, well, as an example, I don't want people to run Choice Scarf just to click Flash and Flee, because honestly, I know people are going to do it because they did it all the time with Volt Switch and U-Turn. So that's like one thing I want to mention. I don't really want to buff the damage too much, if at all, honestly. I want to try and keep it where it is right now. The reason why is because I don't want it to be used as a damaging move. I want it to be used as a scouting move, and I want to emphasize that quite a bit. Which is why I will nerf the energy low, because right now 50 is very expensive, especially if it's just for a scouting move. If it did a lot of damage and scouted, it would make sense. So I think that was also going to be a pretty good buff. Again, I want to emphasize, it's not meant to be used for damage, so no, I'm not buffing the damage too much, because I don't think it really should be used as that. I could actually go into Umbra here, but I don't think it's really like that great of an option. I could actually set up, but he can set up range attack and the range defense, so I'm gonna go into the Tatab here, I think. Yeah, I think Tatab's a good one here, because all he can do is really click, all he can really do is click Peace of Mind. I get a Bushwhack. Actually, I could just Jungle Jutsu, honestly, predicting the Tatab to come, the Zulong to come back in. Gamma Pulse, predicted the Umbra, I'm assuming. I'm just gonna click a Jungle Jutsu then, I think. So yeah, that's like the ideas that I have for Kizuna as well as the Umbra and Luxor. Like I said, I could do another video for Ticklets, but I don't really know if that's really worth it, because I've done one on it already. This is gonna hit super hard on this Dragoon. Never mind, I'll take it. Isn't that weak to Brawler now? Pretty sure it is. No, it's not. Okay. Oh no, because we didn't remove the fire typing. I actually completely forgot. I thought it was for a second. I'm not gonna lie. I completely forgot that actually didn't become a thing. We outspeed it, so we can just Jungle Jutsu again. He could just Quick Pounce, but he doesn't. So there's that. So yeah, I will talk about Ragoon's new change that I have planned for it whenever I do a Ragoon video. So like I said, let me know in the comments what you'll see next. Like right now we've got like quite a few requests for Cinemoth, Terrafly, the other two bugs that I haven't used yet. I'm actually gonna stay in. Actually, yeah, we're just gonna stay in on Jungle Jutsu. He might just go for the T-Strike, which he might be predicting. There's no like reason why not to really. Because even if Tatab goes down, I honestly could just go into my Umbra and click Raging Tackle, something's dying. Yeah, there's a T-Strike, I should be able to live that. Gotcha, man. Gotcha. Gotcha, man. Gotcha. Get out of here, Zulong. Critical hit. Didn't even need it, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, also, those are my ideas though. I like doing these videos. I like showing off like Loomians that I wouldn't really recommend. Also, I should mention, wouldn't really recommend using Umbra and Luxor right now. They're cool, especially when you like do a full rat team. I've done one of them. It's actually pretty fun to use them, to be honest. You can beat Obsidian like basically every time. It's great. Luminam is easy as well, so they're great to use. So there is that though. But also, if you have like any other ideas that you want to like see implemented, or at least have me potentially think about them, and also let me know in the comments down below. Can I... Oh, I'm a little too short, man. No, let me use this move. Is my energy low on this? Yeah, the energy right there just definitely mega oofed me. Just mega oofed me, man. How dare you, man. I'm gonna go for a wait. Actually, I could poison, but I'll wait. Because he has to hit me. If he goes for a setup, I can hit him. Just raging tackle. It makes sense. Borok is a great idea here, maybe. Kizuna, I might as well save onto it for the Obsidian. Luxor seems fine, but again, gotta be careful because I have Umbra still. The Tata once was great. This team is like pretty decent right now, to be honest, because he hasn't got Eclipse. Could just go into the Borok. Basically, more like four members of my team actually beats Luminam, thinking about it. Although I guess 3 of them can technically lose to Luminami as well. 3 things left. He always got the Sorchi still. Ooh. Ooh, how do I beat Sorchi? Looks like outspeeds it, but it can't one-shot it. I'll just have to Earthquake here and just see. Is it Luminami he swaps into? I forgot about the Sorchi. Oh, it's Ventation. Okay, Ventation, Luminami, Sedimars. Okay then, no Sorchi then. Kinda glad he didn't bring it, to be honest, because that would have been terrible for me. Luxor's coming out, obviously. I gotta click Raging Howl. I could actually, it's not really worth me setting up, to be honest, on this thing. Soft water, that's fine. We're gonna do Dodge. What are you doing? Actually gonna click Dodge? Because I might as well just click, I might as well just click Raging Howl, honestly. Because even if he does go into Luminami, it's going to take some burn damage. He's got to, like, eventually waste some energy healing it. Or is it the secret ability one? It is the secret ability one, so never mind. So never mind, he's not going to have to click Rejuvenate. Do I want to go into the Borok? Now, I want to keep the Kizuna. If I can get Kizuna in against the Ventation, I can probably... I want to probably Fire Breath, predicting the Sedimas to come out. Can't exactly swap out here. Luxor isn't exactly needed, but it kinda is. I could sacrifice the Umbra, but Umbra just hits really too hard to really like sacrifice it. So I think Borok's the right swap. I could also try and stall Luminami, but that's a terrible idea. That's a terrible idea. There's the Boast. I gotta click Mega Chomp now on something. There's the Maroon. Very smart play. Does a lot. Does a lot. Do I like swap out back into something like Ikazune? It might be a little bit too risky, to be honest, so I'm probably just going to stay in on a Mega Chomp. Because, I don't know, might get a crit on the Ventation that's coming in. Because Ventation can't heal itself either, aside from Soft Water, which isn't exactly that great, because I'm chunking a lot of damage from it. So I'm just going to Earthquake again, because he's going to, like, probably Soft Water this turn. Yeah, that's Earthquake. That's actually goes for the Geyser. So now I'm actually going to go into the, I actually want to say that Umbra just wins me the game here, but I'm going to go into Ikazune, predicting the Sedimars to come out. Actually, maybe I want to just click Flash and Flee. Yeah, I think Flash and Flee also works. Because if it's the Luminami, I mean, I can only click one more move. That actually sucks. I can only click one more move. I might be able to live a Geyser, but I don't really want to risk it. I'm going to Flash and Flee, I think. I mean, Ikazune basically dies whenever I click a move now. If I click the wrong move, then I have to wait, and I'm going to get hit by Maroon or Earthquake, so I still die either way. So I'm going to click Flash and Flee. He's going to go into the Sedimars, I would assume. The Sedimars. I think I'm actually just going to go into Umbra and just click Raging Tackle every turn now. I could actually try and Sharpen as well, and then just Gloomfangs, but I don't know. I could actually Gloomfangs the, I could actually... I did predict the Sedimars. I should just Fire Breath, honestly. I could just click Gloomfangs, but it's not going to one-shot the Sedimars, I feel like. I can probably tank one hit from the Sedimars if he doesn't crit me. He could also miss as well. Overshadow. Do I want to Sharpen low? Do I want to? I mean, my melee attack isn't the greatest. I guess we could. I gotta be very careful though. We'll just Raging Tackle. I just hope there's enough to one-shot. Actually goes for the Withdraw into the, Ventation. Makes sense. Is he planning to go into the Luminami, or is he just make me waste energy? Could be doing that as well. I could have just gone for a free Sharpen, honestly. A free Sharpen would have been great there. Kinda wish I did, but that's fine. We should be able to one-shot the Luminami with a Raging Tackle boosted secret ability. So yeah, I'm just gonna click it. Even if it doesn't, that's a lot of damage, and then Luxor might be able to like KO it if it's low enough. Oh, I could actually Gloomfangs it. Yeah, might as well Gloomfangs it, because we can prevent him from using light-type moves. Yeah, that prevents light-type moves. He's gonna forget it, watch. He forgot it. Because no one runs them anymore. People forget that they actually trap and they make you immune to using those moves. I forgot. People are gonna forget about that because no one runs them, so it's great. It's great to run. It's gonna go back into the Sedimars here, which is fine because also I still have Gloom Rolls to use. This should one-shot, I think. It does. So yeah, there is that. So now it's just the Loomian army. I have to Gloomfangs it. Actually, can I get away? Can I get away? He probably doesn't have dodge. I mean, yeah, he probably doesn't have dodge. Oh, I can Raging Tackle one more time. Might as well click it. Might as well click it. There's a Raging Tackle, and there's the Loomian army down, yeah. Like I said, I forgot myself, like, prevents light and dark type moves. People are going to forget that because no one uses them anymore. So, I mean, it has a small niche, I guess, right now, especially Umbra, of, like, trapping or preventing Loomian army from, like, using light type moves and anything from using light type moves, but still, very situational because some people are probably going to remember, but yeah, especially people, like, never really played the game when they first came out or just haven't used them since the first meta. People aren't going to remember Lou, so you basically get, like, 3 moves. I forgot about that. That was actually perfect. Anyway, Lou, I'm going to end this video off. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. It's probably a fairly longer one. I apologize for that, but hey, that bad went pretty well, man. So anyway, I'll see you guys next time.